Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, next job on the engine. So it's a sunny Sunday morning-ish. Should be out on the bike, but there's jobs to do, and we all want this Enfield finish. So yeah, only a small sacrifice, sort of. It's very difficult to stay in here when the sun's shining. Anyway, so what we're doing today, all the timing gears, so everything involved with that. It may seem like a really quick, easy job, but it's actually quite time consuming, as every 5-minute job is normally 2 hours, 3 hours, and so on. Right, so we've got to get obviously all the gears in there. We've got to build the oil pump back up into the casing, so we're going to make sure all that's clear. We've got the oil pump over there. I've checked over that, that is all fine. The distributor housing, we've got to sort all that out. We've got a new seal to put in there. On the drive for the oil pump, we have got a new worm drive for that. This is the old one, as you can see in there. That's a cork gasket, which is standard, which seems to be quite out of shape and splitting. So we've got the later type with the bonded rubber in there, which is a lot better. So we'll be fitting that and scrapping that. Oh yeah, all the fixings for these ends on the oil pump, I've got to sort them out. Let's get the bag over, because I'm trying to do as much stainless on here as possible. So we've got these standard flange M5s, so we want to get terrible GoPro zoom. We want to get all that sort of print off them, that embossing off them. And I've got to reduce the flange slightly, so we've got this. Just a small detail, you know what I mean? You can barely see them, but we want to try and get all those little details sorted. So just somewhat small like that, going throughout the entire build like that, makes a big difference. Does, in my opinion anyway. It might seem a little bit of a waste of time to some, but I like all them little bits to look good. So yeah, we've got, I guess, several hours work there, in between all the other stuff I've got on today. I've got my daughter coming over. We've got a new car for her, which is sat out here in the yard, so she's coming to have a look at that. I've got to get that for an MOT, another car. I've got to get the van MOT'd. I've got to get the Harley MOT'd. So what I'm doing with that, I've got to finish the Harley off. I'm working on that later on this evening, because I'll throw that in the back of the van and get the van and the Harley done at the same time, hopefully. So yeah, it's a busy time as usual. In the meantime, let's get on with this. Right, what I'm going to do first then is get this job done. So yeah, we've got to take all the surface off on the lathe, polish them all up, and then we've got to shorten them as well. So we've got 8 to do in total to fix these end caps on. So I'm going to get that job done first, because it takes a little bit of time. So we get them done, and then we can get the oil pump fitted. Right, we got all that laid out then. I've gone through everything, checked it, cleaned it. That little lot's ready to go. So that is all the oil pump. First, I've got to sort this out. So all this is, obviously the powder's bled over the, well, between the masking. So Alex would have masked it off. Sometimes with the heat of the oven, the masking peels back. And when it's all activating in there with the heat, it bleeds under the masking tape. It can't be helped, because as soon as these are gone in the oven, you shut them doors, yeah, you can't control it. So what I'm going to do is just carefully run the file on the very edge, like so, and then I can scrape the powder. All that's doing is sort of breaking the line, so if I scrape it, it can't take a big chunk or start damaging the area that we see. So I'm just going to go around all the areas with this, and then get a sharp blade and scrape the surface. Hello, you. You finally woke up, eh? He's been basking in the sun like a lazy dog, and it's that time of year where all his allergies are firing up, and it's a constant battle. Yeah, he gets like sore eyes, sore paws, and it's a constant battle. And vet basically give him Piriton, which does help a little bit, but yeah, blues doesn't ever seem to bother him. Sometimes he has a chew on his paws, but he's a bulldog. They don't feel that much pain. They're a bit thick in the head like their owners. And anyone thinks is a stray because he's always going through the bin. Wait, what are you doing in there? Come here. Look at the state of your face, mate. Allergy time, isn't it? With the sun out and the grass growing and all that. Anyway, right, let's get this pumping. Right, that's all that surface clean on there then. Now, in with the pump. Just splodge a bit of oil down there, so we're not going in dry. There we go. And other end. That'll do. Right, I'll make sure we got this the right way around as well. It's one size longer than the other. Is it that way? That way. Definitely that way. That's it. So that goes in from that end. That's right. Nice. Next, these little pistons to put in. Go, drop a bit of oil on them. That one at the back. That's it. obviously with the engine rotation, that basically goes around and pumps oil. Oh, missed. And we're in. To get one end on at least. So we've got these springs and these little mushroom bits on the end, which we've got to try and hold in there and get a cap on. I'm going to get one end on so it holds it all together. That's it, just lightly nip that up for now. We'll get the other side on. But yeah, that spring and the little mushroom bit, and then that mushroom bit sits in that there. Spin that around, get it the right way. There we go. Right, I'll get all my oily fingerprints off that now. Nice and neat that is, I'm happy with that. Right, now I'm going to sort out all the bits for the oil filter that goes in down here. Right, I'm going to hold fire on fitting the oil filter at the moment. I'm going to get the stud in because I've just realised I haven't got the new fixings for it, the nuts. So this stud goes in, then there's a few other bits, O-rings, gaskets and stuff, but I haven't got the nuts and I can't put old nuts on, no way. So yeah, we're going to hold fire on putting that in at the moment. I shall get straight on and order them tonight. And I've got a dog. What? Hello. I've got a dog down here. What do you want? Some attention again. There we go. Come on, mate. You can have the table over, you are. Anyway, that's not a problem. That can still go in when it's all on the engine. So that's what we'll do. Right, on with the next bit. Right, just getting a new seal in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get something to tap that in. Oh, that might do it. The tapometer. It's going. That's about right. Right, let's get it fixed on. Right, let's see if I can put this key in without dropping it and losing it. So far so good. It's a fiddly one. Let's try again. That's better. Right, now for this bit, the new bit with the bonded sealing, and this is left hand thread. There we go, I'll nip that up in a minute. Right, next bit we have got to get absolutely bang on because it's basically all the timing. So what I'm going to do with that is just drop the head back off, and then we can see we are exactly at top dead centre with the piston. Easy way of doing all this. Right, now for the timing then, valve timing. Right, we got is that in shot up there? Not quite. It's hard to see on these GoPros with dodgy old eyes. Right, we are bang on top dead. Yup. Let me just wiggle that. Yeah, that is bang on. I'm just going to back this off a tiny bit because the markings are hiding behind this. So we've got that one where we have these two punch marks and a single one up here. So on this we have two punch marks, so we have to get them. Let me get down on my knees so I can see directly the alignment of it. Is that right? I think that's right. Yep, that's bang on. Then this one has a single, let's get up again, has a single mark, and that has to line up with a single mark on this. There we are. That's it. Yeah, that's bang on. And then we've got to put these shims on them. Make sure these are clean. I have had the airline all around this. I'm just double checking there's no muck on there. One shim, two shim. That's it. Let me just turn that. There we go. And them shims back on there. That is it. I've heard of some people putting these a tooth out. I don't know. I prefer to keep it as it should be, as the book says, and then there's going to be no problems. I'm not sure why they do it. Is it to advance it a little bit? Is it to try and gain more performance? I think if you're trying to do that with an Enfield, you've actually bought the wrong bike. Trying to gain performance out of an Enfield. Just get an R1 or BMW R or double R. Anyway, that's that sorted. Double checking we're still on top dead. Yeah, that should be all fine, so I'm going to nip that up and then we can squeeze the casing on. I think, like I say, we can put the oil filter on as soon as I've got the new fixings for it. I thought I had some, but I haven't. I'm not going to put the old ones on. No way. I'm not cutting corners now. We've come this far with this engine. We spent an absolute fortune on it, getting it to this standard and looking like it does. I am not cutting corners now. Anyway, let's get the casing on. Right, we've got all this nipped up now. There we go. Just using a bit of nylon, obviously, so we can't damage any of the gears there. Yeah, just a bit of ground nylon. Right, gasket, and we'll get the casing on. Right, gasket in place. I've just got to rotate the engine a little bit to get the oil pump drive to drop into place. That's feeling about right. I'm going to get all these bolts started. Make sure everything's still running free, so I'm going to rotate the engine. Oh yeah, that's all good. Excellent. Put the oil field plug in, drop a bit of oil on that. This is the pin that goes through. Just remember we replaced that. So this goes into the new one. So a bit of oil on there, so we don't tear it. Whew. There we go. That is another little bit done. In between all my other jobs today, we've managed to get another little bit ticked off the list. Next video on this engine, I think we'll get all the top end finished. So I've got to get the valves in, lap them in, get the rods in, rockers on, and we'll get all this bit top end done. And then the one after that, we'll do all the primary, clutch in, everything like that. And then this engine will be ready to go in the frame, which I'm really looking forward to. So I'm going to get the Enfield back onto the bike bench and yeah, entice a friend in for a cup of tea and help me lift this into the frame. And that's it. I'm very pleased with that. It's starting to really take shape. I'm very pleased with all the different blacks on there. It's starting to look nice now with all the new fixings, all the shiny little bits. Again, obviously with the brand new carb and the exhaust, it'll really start to stand out. And yeah, I think my little idea with all the different blacks It's starting to look good. I'm very, very happy with it. It's certainly different. Don't know. I wonder if there's any more out there like this. Probably not. It may be the only one. Who knows? But yeah, I put a lot of work into that, a lot of effort, and it's starting to pay off because I'm very pleased with how it looks. Anyway, that'll do me. I think I've got another couple of jobs to do. I think it's heading towards 10 o'clock at night. So yeah, it's bikes in, get this video edited that you've just watched. The day's not over just yet. So I'm hoping for a good week and a lot more progress. Like I say, that I think the next video is actually going to be Harley Davidson, because my van is due an MOT, and it'd be nice if I can throw the Harley in the back of the van and get them both done at the same time. So 2 birds with 1 stone and all that. So that is the plan. So yeah, Harley Davidson, just get that done and dusted, and then that will be up for sale and create a bit more space in the shed. In fact, no, when the Harley is gone, the BMW GS will be coming back in, amongst a couple of other jobs I've got to do. I've absolutely got to get on with an Enfield for a friend, which will go on in the background while I am ticking away at the GS, because it'd be nice to get that done. Or, you know, I have mentioned it'd be nice to keep it, but I think in reality it's going to be sold. Hey, it's one of them. It'd be a little bit of finances for a good summer of travelling here and there as and when I can. Anyway, thanks again for everybody for all the support in any way, shape or form. It's very, very much appreciated. I know I keep saying it, but I do appreciate it immensely. All the buy me a coffee things, the super thanks, the Patreons especially, because yeah, without you guys, I know I said it before, we would be dead in the water. So I appreciate you guys immensely. Even the people who are just doing £1 a month, every single bit of it helps me immensely, and I do appreciate it. Anyway, that'll do. I am working on another sticker design. If I have done it, I'll pop it up now, but if I haven't, it will be coming on the eBay very, very, very soon. And obviously it's all going towards keeping all these things going and getting this bike done. That'll do. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care, everybody.